my name is Rohit and I have around 11 years of experience into data analytics and reporting. The technology which I do train people on is Advanced Excel, VBA macros and Power BI and MS Access too. Okay. So I do teach people on Advanced Excel, VBA macros and Power BI. Okay. So on these three technologies I do teach people on. So I am associated with F1 Macro Technologies from last 8 years and I am the owner of this institute. Okay. I am the owner of this institute. I believe most of the people don't know me by face, right? So what I will do, I will share my LinkedIn profile with you guys. Okay. So if you want to go through my LinkedIn profile and if you want to be my connection, you can do that. Okay. So I'm going to share a LinkedIn link of my profile. Okay. So maybe in future if it will help you, right? So this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay. So if you need any help regarding job or maybe if you want to, if you have any query regarding Excel or maybe VBA macros, if it is into your course, right, you can just reach out to me. Okay. And this is my personal number, guys. I'm sharing my personal number as well. Okay. So you can just note down my personal number as well and just ping me on WhatsApp with your name. I am going to add you on the Power BI group, guys. Okay. I am going to add you on the Power BI group. Okay. Just ping me on WhatsApp. Okay. With your name. Just say hi. For example, hi, Jyoti. That's it. Okay. So I will get to know who has pinged me. Okay. So guys, today we are going to start with Power BI. Okay. So what is Power BI? What are the basics of Power BI? We are going to talk about that and we are going to complete the basic report on Power BI today. Okay. After every topic, I am going to come back to you guys. Okay. To check if you have any question. Okay. So don't type in anything in between. Okay. Otherwise it will create a disturbance. So after every topic, I am going to come back to you guys to ask if you have any question. Okay. So if you have any question, just type your question on a chat box, or in case if it required, or if you want to speak to me, I will give you the audio access. Okay. So we can connect over the audio as well. Okay. So that's not a problem. Okay. So let's start the session. So let me open up Power BI PPT slide that will help you to get to know some basics of Power BI. After that, we are going to focus more on practical sessions. Okay. So today we are going to focus a bit on means around 15 to 20 minute session will be on theory. After that, we are going to focus more on practical. Okay. So let me open my PowerPoint slides. So coming back to you guys. So my question from you guys, do you have any knowledge on Power BI? Akram, you will not able to see me because my camera is off. Okay. Do you have any knowledge on Power BI, guys? Or have you used Power BI before, or have you heard about Power BI before? Not much, sort of. Okay. Very good, Tarun. Any knowledge on Power BI? Okay, Meenakshi. That is in every company, Meenakshi. Now companies are moving towards the data visualization tool. Okay. And it's good that you are learning Power BI because it is in demand. Okay. So companies are moving from Excel to Power BI now. Okay. So it's good you are learning Power BI. It is in demand. And I will be suggesting you just practice what I am teaching. Okay. You will have a good career into this then. Okay. Into data visualization and reporting as a data analyst, business analyst, reporting analyst. Okay. Because in every company there is a demand of Power BI. Okay. So not only on the basis of Excel you will get a job in the market, but yes, if you have a good knowledge of Power BI with SQL, basics of SQL, right, you will get a job in the market very easily. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me teach you Power BI then. Okay. So let's start with the course outline. Okay. So let's start with the course outline first. So introducing Power BI first. So we are going to start with the introduction of Power BI. Okay, what is Power BI? Okay, then we are going to talk about the Power BI desktop. Okay, just like Excel, we have an Excel application. We have a Power BI desktop version. Okay, Power BI desktop version. So how does it look like? Okay, what are their properties? So we are going to talk about that. Then after we are going to talk about connecting and shaping your data, means how you can connect Power BI to multiple data sources, right? So for example, if you are creating a report in Excel, right, you do ask data from your IT team, right? Or you do extract data from any particular data source, right? But in Power BI, we don't do the extraction of the data source data into Excel, right? We do connect Power BI to that particular data source, right? So this is bit of theory, but yes, I'm going to talk about some practical. I'm going to share some practical knowledge as well that will clear this content as well, right? After that, we are going to talk about data modeling in Power BI. Okay, data modeling is creating a relationship between multiple tables. Okay, this is data modeling. Then we are going to talk about data analysis expressions. Data analysis expressions is just like in Excel, we have Excel formulas. In Power BI, we call it as DAX. DAX. We don't call it as DAE. We call it as DAX. DAX. Data analysis expressions. Okay. Then we are going to talk about Power BI report view. Okay, exploring data, how you can explore data, how you can publish and share your report with the wider audience. And then we are going to talk about the Power BI workspace. Okay, so we are going to work on two windows. One is the Power BI desktop window, wherein you are going to develop your report, and Power BI service, wherein you are going to publish your report. Okay, Power BI service is the cloud based software wherein you can see your report. Okay, so how does it look like? We are going to talk about that as well, not today, but yes, in upcoming classes. Okay, so your question can be, sir, why not Tableau or why not Click? So there are multiple data visualization tools. So if someone asks you what is Power BI, so you answer will be, sir, Power BI is a data visualization tool. Okay, simple, very simple answer. Power BI is a data visualization tool. Okay, so why Power BI? Okay, so your question can be, sir, why Power BI? First of all, the Power BI is the leading tool in the market. Okay, if you see this quadrant on the right, okay, you can see Click as well, you can see Tableau as well. So we have multiple tools in the market for data visualization. One is Microsoft Power BI. Okay, can you see this is on the top? Then we have Tableau, then we have Click, right? And we have other tools as well. But the leaders in the market, leaders in terms of the adoption in the market, most of the companies are using Microsoft Power BI tool. So it is the top most rated tool in the market now. Okay, and if you see the ranking for 2018 or 19, they were Tableau and Microsoft Power BI were equivalent, but now Power BI is on the top. This is the rating for 2020. If you check for 2021, 2022, Power BI is still on the top. Okay, so that is the reason we are offering you guys to learn Power BI rather than Tableau and Click, just because the demand is for Power BI. We do have jobs for Power BI in the market. Okay. So as I told you, Power BI is a business analytics service by Microsoft. If someone asks you, Power BI tool is of which company? So your answer will be some Microsoft. Okay, it's a tool of Microsoft. And if you have a good knowledge of Excel, it will be easy for you to learn Power BI, because they do use the same concepts. Okay, because if for example in Excel you use some function, you use if condition, right? In Power BI also we are going to use same conditions and same functions, right? Those functions we call in Power BI as data analysis expressions, DAX. Okay, so there will be a separate class for DAX. Okay, so we are going to talk about that as well. Okay, so what is Power BI? Power BI aims to provide interactive visualization. Okay, so your answer can be a Power BI. Power BI is a data visualization tool. Okay, with an interface simple enough for end user to create their own reports and dashboards. Okay, so Microsoft has designed Power BI in such a way that an end user can create their own reports and dashboard. How? See, so for example, if you want to create a report on Click, for example, right, you will be required a Click developer. Okay, but Microsoft has designed Power BI in such a way that an end user can create their own reports and dashboard. Okay, So the interface of Power BI is very simple, right? So if you want to design your report, you can do it. Okay, it's very easy, right? So Microsoft has designed their Power BI in such a way, so it doesn't require any dependency on IT staff or database administrator. Okay, why it doesn't require any dependency on database administrator? Because see, if you're creating a report in Excel, you do ask data from IT staff or maybe database administrator, but in Power BI we don't ask any data. Okay, we do connect Power BI to multiple data sources. Okay, can you see these data sources we have over here? So you can connect Power BI to multiple data sources. So you can connect to Excel, you can connect to MS Access, you can connect to SQL, you can collect data on cloud or data on Google Analytics tool or others. For example, SharePoint, OneDrive, right? So you can connect Power BI to any data source. Once the Power BI is connected to data source, if your source is changing, your Power BI report will automatically change, right? And that is the reason companies are moving from Excel to Power BI, because the Power BI reports are end-to-end automated. It don't require any manual intervention. Okay, and it will save a lot of time for you guys, okay, and for company as well. Okay, so Power BI Desktop is a free application. Okay, so I am going to share a link. Through that link, you can install a Power BI Desktop version into your desktop. Okay, so I'm going to share that link, and how to download that, I'm going to explain that as well. Okay, so it's free of cost. If for example, if you want to learn how to develop your report, you just need to install the Power BI Desktop version into your desktop. It's a free application. But if you want to publish your report, okay, if you want to publish your report, see, Excel report you share by mail, but Power BI report we don't share by mail. We just publish those report. When we publish those reports are available on Power BI service. Okay, Power BI service is a cloud-based portal. Okay, how does it look like? I will show you that as well. Okay, so Power BI Desktop allow you to do the following. So the first step in Power BI is you will connect Power BI. See, if you want to create a report, you require some data. So the first step is connect Power BI to the source. Okay, source can be anything. Okay, get the data from variety of sources. So source can be anything. Then you will be required to create a relationship between multiple say tables. So for example, you have 10 tables, right? So you will be required to create a relationship. So what is relationship? What is data modeling? So we are going to talk about that in a separate class. Okay, then you will create and save your report, and then you will publish your report into Power BI service. So these are the steps you have to follow. Okay, any question till now, guys? Any question till now? Feel free to ask if you have any question. Any question till now, guys? If no, you can just type no. Any question till now? Amit, as I told you, so Amit is asking why Power BI instead of Looker, Tableau, or ClickView. So Looker is also a data visualization tool, right? So just because it is in demand, right? So Power BI companies are using from last 4 to 5 years. So even I have learned Power BI in 2019, 18, I believe, right? So that time Power BI was launched into my company, and that time I believe there were not much Power BI videos on YouTube as well. So I have just learned by myself only, by completed few of the projects, right? So the trend which I have seen, okay, in terms of how companies are moving. So we were using Click. So we moved from Click to Power BI. So for Click, we are dependent upon the developer. Okay, so there were some Click developers into our company who are developing our reports. But when Power BI come into place, we started developing our own reports. Okay, so you don't require any dependency on IT developers and all, right? So that is the one reason, and Power BI is also cheap. Okay, so I will talk about that as well, how much the cost is for Power BI license. Okay, and Power BI is the top rated tool. It's the leader in the market now. Okay, and just because it is a Microsoft tool, Microsoft is a brand, right? So Now it has the monopoly now in the market. Not even in India, I am talking across the world. Okay, so we have the Power BI jobs across the world. So for example, if you are going to Canada on PR or Australia on PR, you can easily get a job on Power BI in the market. Okay, because we do have jobs in the market. Okay, hope you get the answer of your question. Difference between Power BI desktop. So Power BI desktop, Amit, Power BI desktop is used to create a report, and Power BI service is used to view your report. Okay. So under Power BI desktop, you will create your report, and the Power BI service, you will view your report. Okay. Virender, I have already answered this, right? Okay, cool. Amit, clear. Virender, clear. What is Power BI desktop and Power BI service? Power BI service is to view a report. View means, so for example, if you created your report, Virender, right, and you want to share that report with the wider audience, so they will able to see that report into Power BI service, right, not in Power BI desktop. Yeah, you will publish and then they will able to view your report, right? So under Power BI service also, only Meenakshi, you will able to share that report, right? So once you will publish, that will be available on Power BI service, and from Power BI service, you will able to share your report with the wider audience. So wider audience will able to view your report on Power BI service. Okay, Meenakshi, clear? Cool. So let's jump to the another slide now. Okay, so why Power BI? So someone is asking, sir, why Power BI? Why not Tableau? Why not Looker? So Power BI, you can connect, transform, analyze millions of rows of data. Okay, so we don't have any limit on in terms of number of rows of data. Okay, so for example, Excel do have limit, right? So we have a limit of around 10 lakh rows in Excel, but Power BI doesn't have any limit. So you can connect and transform and analyze millions of rows of data. Okay, another is build a relationship model to blend data from multiple sources. Okay, so as I told you, this is data modeling, so you can create a relationship between multiple tables onto Power BI. Okay, so that is we are going to learn. Okay, then I talked about the data analysis expression. So we do have data analysis expression that will help you to calculate any KPI you want. For example, if you want to calculate growth, if you want to calculate total sales, right? If you want to calculate cumulative sales, right? So you will able to do that using the data analysis expressions, right? You can use visualization you have in Power BI. Okay, that will build custom business intelligence tool with best in class visualization dashboard feature. So we do have interactive visualization that will help you to present your data in a better way. Okay, so you can use those visualization to present your data. Then, as I told you, Power BI is the industry leader among the BI platform. Okay, industry leader amongst the BI platform in comparison to other companies like Tableau, Click, and Looker. Power BI is the industry leader. Okay, that is why we are offering you to learn Power BI. Okay, I'm going to talk about ETL as well. No problem. I will talk about ETL. ETL means extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay. Okay, I'm going to talk about that when I will move to Power BI desktop. Okay, so let's compare the Power BI in Power BI versus Excel. So I'm going to ask few of the question from you guys only. Okay, so for example, I'm creating a report on Excel. Okay, and I share that report with the wider audience on mail. Okay, just listen my question first. I created a report on Excel and I share my report with the wider audience or with my manager or with my team on a mail. Will I able to track who all has used my report or not? Can I track that who all has used my report or not? I need answer from everyone. Can I able to track? Will I able to track that who has used my report or not? No, no. Yes, I can't track that, right? So, for example, I'm creating a report on Excel and I keep on sending report to Varun, Rahul, Meenakshi, okay, and Tarun, right? and I keep on sending my report every week to them. Okay, they are using it or they are not using it, I will not able to track. I keep on spending around, for example, 2 days on that particular report. I share that report, and if they are using it or if they are not using it, I will not able to track that. But in Power BI you can do that. So you can track. So for example, if I created a report on Power BI, I will share that report on Power BI service. I will give the access of that report to Tarun, Minakshi, and for example Saurav. And if they are using it or if they are not using it, I will able to track it. And when I will able to track it, I can question them, right? So for example, I create a weekly report, I share with them. If they are not using it, I can question them that why you're not using my report, right? I spend around 2 days on this report and you're not using it. Do you require any modification or should I eliminate this report? Maybe they will say yes, we need to modify this report. Or maybe they will say, sir, instead of modification you just eliminate this report. We don't require this report anymore, right? So you saved how many days? You saved around 2 days onto that report for a week. And if you're taking around 8 days in a month, so you save 8 days, for 8 days. So you saved around 8 days in a month for that particular employee, right? That is the reason companies are moving towards the Power BI. So extra reports are eliminated, lot of time is saved, and that time is, if you convert that time into the cost, a lot of cost is also saved, right? Got it, guys? So in Power BI, you can track that how many people have used your report, how many times they have used your report, on which particular page they have viewed, or on which particular page they haven't viewed. Okay, so you can do everything on Power BI, but on Excel you can't do that, right? So another question: can you view Power Excel report on iPad, mobile? Can you view Excel report on iPad or mobile? Tarun, yes, we can keep eye on the user. You are right. Not via mail, Arjun. So we can share Power BI report on from Power BI service. We do give the access, and then we can share the link of that particular Power BI report on mail. Only the link we share. Can we see the Excel report on iPad or mobile? I am asking, can we see the Excel report on iPad or mobile? See, someone is saying no, so I will go with no. Why? Because if you're opening an Excel report on iPad or mobile, it is bit difficult for you to read those numbers, and it is bit difficult for you to navigate between the multiple tabs, right? So I will not recommend you guys to open the Excel report on mobile or iPad. Okay, because it will be a bit difficult. So for example, I created a pivot table or pivot charts on Excel, and I shared that report with my manager, right? If he open the Excel report on mobile, he will not able to navigate between those multiple tabs, and it is not user friendly as well, right? So Power BI has the dedicated app on Play Store where you can install the Power BI app and you can open the Power BI reports onto your mobile. It's very easy to navigate. Just like you have Power BI service, you have Power BI app as well, wherein you can open your report and you can navigate between the multiple tabs. So it is very user friendly. Okay. So this is the difference between the Excel report and the Power BI report. So someone is asking question, let's see, but schedule changes window provide Microsoft. Yeah, yeah, but we face many problems, right? Great. Okay, so this is the difference between Excel and Power BI. Okay, which I told you, Excel reports are not interactive, Power BI reports are very interactive. So I'm going to talk about that feature when I'm going to create a first Power BI project for you. Okay, so let's jump to the another slide. So as I told you, there are three parts of Power BI. Power BI desktop, wherein you're going to develop your report. Power BI service, wherein you are going to publish and view your report. And Power BI mobile, wherein you are going to view your report. Okay. So we have three. So these are the interview questions now. So if someone asks you what are the parts of Power BI, so there are three parts of Power BI. One is the Power BI desktop, Power BI service, and Power BI mobile. Desktop to create your report or develop your report, service to publish and view your report, and mobile to view your report. Okay. Then we have the components of Power BI. So we have already talked about the Power BI desktop, Power BI service. So apart from this, we have these components. So this is also the interview question. Power BI desktop, Power BI service. Apart from this, we have these components. So Power BI query, Power Pivot, Power View, Power Map, and Power Q&A. So I am going to talk about Power Pivot and Power View, Power Query today only. Okay, and Power Map and Power BI Q&A in the later sessions. Okay, so Power BI desktop I have already told you. Power BI service I have already told you. Power BI, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Query. So learn these components of Power BI. If someone asks you what are the components of Power BI, you should know and you should able to answer. These are the components of Power BI. Okay. So next question, the interview questions can be see parts of Power BI, components of Power BI, and the building blocks of Power BI. Okay, a very simple question, easy to understand. So for example, so let me ask a question from you guys only. So for example, if you're building a house, right? If you're building a house, what all things do you require, or what all material do you require to build a house? Or so for example, if you're building a kitchen, right? What all things do you require to build a kitchen or build a house? What all things do you require to build a house or build a kitchen? Amit, I will share this PPT. This is the part of the content. I will share this with you. So see, we required wood, we required steel, we required cement, right? Money. If we have money, that is why we are building house, right? See, I am talking about the material which required, right? Material will be great guys. Okay, so let's take an example of, so for example, for example, I want to build a house, so I will be required a wood, right? I will be required a steel, I will be required a tiles, right? So these are the materials I do require. I will be required a cement, right? So these are the material I do required for to build uh, a house, right? And if I want to build a Power BI report, okay, so if I want to build a Power BI report, what all things I do required? Okay, so these are the building blocks of Power BI. Okay, building blocks of Power BI. So for example, see, even Microsoft also explained like this only. So if you see, buildings are created with wood, steel, concrete, and glass, right? Cars are made from metal, fabric, and rubber, right? Of course, building and cars can be basic or elaborate as well, depending on how those basic building blocks are arranged, right? The basic building blocks in Power BI are the following. Okay, so they have also given the same example. Okay, so the basic building blocks to build a Power BI report, what all things do you require? Okay, so the first thing is visualization. Okay, so don't learn these definitions. I'm going to explain you, just understand the logics only. Visualization, if someone asks you what are the building blocks, so your answer will be visualization. And if someone asks you what is visualization, so your charts, your graphs, your table, your matrix, your cards, okay, your maps, those are the visualization. So these all are the visualization. Okay, charts, graphs, map, cards, these are the visualization. Data set, data sets are your table. Okay, data sets are your table, or you can say the collection of data is called data set. Okay, collection of data is called data set. Okay, so the first thing was visualization, second thing was data set, third is report. Report is a collection of visualization. So for example, if you want to create a report, you will use some visualization, right? So the collection of visualization is called report. Okay, then we have dashboard. Dashboard is the collection of reports. So if you're creating a multiple report, okay, so if you're if those collective collection of report is called as dashboard. Okay, collection of report is called dashboard. See, visualizations are your charts, graph, table, cards, maps. Okay, data sets are your table or the collection of data. Reports are your collection of visualization. Dashboards are your collection of reports. And tiles, so for example, if you are creating a kitchen, if you're building a kitchen, right, you place those tiles to look it more presentable, right? So when you're placing the visuals on your report, so a single visualization is called tile. Okay, every single visualization is called tile. Okay, so I take an example of kitchen. So for example, if you build a kitchen, you place the tiles to look it more presentable, right? Or maybe in a washroom you place those tiles, right? So a single tile in Power BI, a single visualization in Power BI is called tile. Okay, so these are the building blocks of Power BI. So building blocks of Power BI are visualization, dataset, tile, reports, and dashboards. Okay, now the how you can install the Power BI into your desktop. Okay, so you just need to click on this link. Okay, so I am going to click on this link and let me show you how does it look like. So when you will click on this link, it will take you to the Power BI Microsoft.com downloads. Okay, and you have the Power BI desktop version. Power BI Microsoft Power BI desktop. Can you see Microsoft Power BI desktop? Just click on download. So it will take you to the Microsoft Store. Click on open. Just because for me it is already installed, it will see, you will able to see the launch button, but for you, you will able to see the install button. Okay, so I will click on get. See, for me it is showing the open because I already have the Power BI desktop version. You will click on get, or maybe for you it will be install, right? Click on install, it will automatically be installed into your desktop. Okay, a setup file will be installed, and then you can install that Power BI desktop version onto your desktop. Okay, so very simple step to install Power BI desktop into your desktop. Okay, any question till now, guys? Any question till now? So I am going to share these PPT slides with you guys. Okay, so just copy that link, paste that link onto your web portal, and just install the Power BI desktop version. Okay, cool, guys. Okay, so this is the Power BI desktop version. How does it look like? So once you will install, this is how it will look like. So I'm going to jump to Power BI desktop now, and we are going to create this report today. We are going to complete the project one today. Okay, this is the very basic report we are going to complete today. And this report, through this report, you will get to know how to use Power BI at least. So if you want to create a basic report out of Power BI, you will able to do that after this class. Okay, so you will not, I'm not going to share any recording with you guys. Okay, if you want to learn Power BI, don't depend upon recording. Okay, if you want to explore Power BI, don't depend upon recording. Okay, try to understand the logic, and if it is not getting onto your mind, just ask the question from me in next class, or go on Google, explore it. When you keep on doing R&D, you are going to learn many things. Otherwise, if I will share the recording, you are totally dependent upon that recording only, and you are not going to ask any question. And that is my experience. You are not going to ask any question in the next class. Okay, so my suggestion is don't depend upon recording if you want to learn Power BI. Okay, or any tool. If you want to learn any tool, don't depend upon recording. Just be attending, just be. Rahul, what you're saying? Okay, okay, so Just be attentive in this class. You will able to learn Power BI. Okay. So guys, don't type anything on chat box now. I'm moving towards the Power BI desktop now. Don't download it now. Okay. Otherwise, you will miss the session. Okay. Don't download the Power BI now. Otherwise, you will miss the session. Okay. Don't share this screenshot with me. You will not able to log in with your personal account. Don't download it now. Okay. So I'm moving toward the Power BI desktop version now. Okay. So you have this assignment to complete today. Okay. And you also will complete this project by today only, and share this snapshot with me on WhatsApp group. Okay. So you will able to see all these steps over here. Okay. You just need to follow those steps, and you just need to complete this project. Okay. So I'm going to open the Power BI desktop now, and will make you go through how does Power BI desktop look like. Okay. Don't type anything on chat box. I will come back to you guys. If you have any question, you can ask your question, and don't download the Power BI desktop version now. Okay. So I clicked on the Power BI desktop. Someone was asking, sir, what is ETL? Okay. So in Power BI, everything starts from ETL only. Okay. In Power BI, everything starts from ETL only. What is ETL means? ETL, E means extraction. Okay, so the first step in data in Power BI is, or first step in creating the Power BI report is the data extraction, right? So if you don't have data, how you will extract your report? How you will create your report, right? So the first step in Power BI report is to extract the data from the multiple data sources. Okay, and this is how Power BI desktop will look like. Okay, so you can see the yellow window over here, and you will able to see the last files I have used. So you can open the last files from here, and you can see the get data. Get data means the data extraction. Okay, so you can click on get data. So once you will click on get data, it will take you to this window, and it will show you all the data sources we have. Can you see the Excel, the CSV file, the folder, the SQL server, the Access database, right? Right? We do have the Google BigQuery as well. We do have the Azure as well. Azure is a cloud-based software for Microsoft. Okay. So we have SharePoint as well. Can you see the SharePoint? We have web as well. Web means you can use any link. So these are all the data sources we have, right? But we need to connect this with the Excel workbook. So you will just click on Excel workbook, and you will click on connect. Okay. For example, by mistake, it got cancelled. Okay. Will you again close this Power BI desktop, and you will again open the Power BI desktop, and you will click on get data? So it don't require that. Okay, so you will not, so you don't require to open the Power BI desktop again and click on get data. For example, by mistake this window get cancelled, you have the get data option over here as well. Okay, you have the get data option over here as well. You have the get data option over here as well. Okay, so we have three options: get data over here, get data over here, and when you will open the Power BI desktop version, you will able to see the get data option over the yellow window as well. Okay, but I'm not going to use any of the get data option. Okay, you have an option over here as well, import data from Excel. Okay, import data from Excel. You can just click on Excel, and you can select the Excel file. Okay, I'm not going to use this as well. I'm not going to use this as well. I'm not going to use this as well. Okay, so I'm going to use the one of the component of Power BI, which was Power Query, right? So I talked about the Power BI desktop. So this is the Power BI desktop, right? So this is the Power BI desktop. I talked about one of the component which was Power Query. So just click on transform data. So under Power Query, we do ETL. ETL means data extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, data extraction, transformation, and loading. This is the ETL. Okay, so I will click on transform data, and it will take you to the Power Query window. See, so we do work on two windows. One is the Power Query window, and one is the power report window or power view. So this was the another component. So the entire application is called the Power BI desktop, or one of the component of Power BI. This is the power view. Okay, this is the power view, and if you click on transform data, it will take you to the Power Query editor window. Okay, Power Query window. This is the another component of Power BI. Okay, so for example, by mistake it got cancelled. You can click on again on transform data. It will take you to the Power Query window. So whenever you are creating a report, a new report, you will directly click on transform data. Click directly on transform data instead of clicking on get data, import data from Excel, get data from another source. Right? Just click on transform data. You have the option as new source over here. Okay, and when you will click on new source, it is just like you are clicking on get data. Okay, so click on transform data. You will able to see the Power Query editor window. And if someone asks you what do we do in Power Query editor window, your answer will be, sir, ETL, extraction, transformation, and loading. What do we mean by extraction? Let me talk about that now. So I will click on new source. So the first step in Power BI, or to create a basic report in Power BI, is the data extraction from the source. So I am using source as an Excel now. So I click on new source. I click on Excel workbook and click on the data file you have. So I have the sales data file. I select the sales data file. I click on open. Okay. Select the sheet you require. I want only sheet 1. I selected sheet 1 only and click on OK. Click on OK. Once you will click on OK, so you have done with the data extraction. Okay. You have done with the data extraction. So let's talk about this window first. Okay. So as I told you, this is the Power Query Editor window. These are the tabs you have. Okay. So I'm going to talk about these tabs into our next class. So we call this as ribbon. This is the query window. Query window means all the tables which you will import from other sources. You will able to see all the tables over here. Okay. This is the property of that particular table. So for example, if you want to change the table name, you can change from here. Okay. And these are the applied steps. Applied steps means whatever you are doing into the transfer into this ETL window, all the steps will be recorded over here. So for example, in Excel, if you press Control Z, right, it will do undo. Okay. So here in undo will not work. All the steps you will perform will be recorded over here. And if you want to go back, just cancel that step. Just cancel that step. Can you see? Just cancel that step. So the first step was I connected the Power BI desktop to the source. And if you want to check the source, just double click on this. If you just double click on this, you can see what is the source I have. And if you want to change the source, just change the path from here. Okay, how to do that? I will talk about this into our next class. Okay, then these are the steps applied. Okay, now we have extracted the data. Now let's talk about the transformation. So under transformation, you will check. See, uh, in today's report, we are going to work on only one data. But for example, you're working on multiple tables, and that tables have sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3, right? So we are not going to write the table name as sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. The table name should be meaningful so that it is easy to represent, or it is easy to identify which type of data that table contains. Okay, so sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 I will not able to identify what data I have in that particular table. Or for example, I share that my Power BI report with Minakshi, and Minakshi want to edit my report. She will not able to get to know what Rohit has done into the Power Query Editor window. He has just mentioned sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3, and she will not able to recognize what data we have in sheet 1, what data we have in sheet 2, what data we have in sheet 3, right? So we do use some meaningful names just to represent what kind of data we do have in these tables. Okay, so I will just mention sales data. Okay, and just click enter. So I just rename this sheet. Okay, the another part in transformation is just check the data type of each and every attribute, and this is the one time job, guys. Okay, this is the one time job, guys. So row id should be number, it is number. Can you see 1 2 3 means number, order id is number, it is number. So for example, in case if it is text, I'm just converting this into text and you want this into number, so what you will do, you will just click over here and just convert this into number, whole number. Okay, so it will change order id to the number. And then we have order date. Order date is calendar. Okay, order priority is text, order quantity is number, sales is decimal number. Okay, so we need to check each and every attribute contains the correct data type, right? So for example, order date is should be date. Why? Because it will automatically create a hierarchy for you. Hierarchy in the sense, if you want to analyze your data yearly, monthly, quarterly, weekly, daily, it will automatically create a hierarchy. You don't need to do anything over here. Okay, my Power BI desktop version got hanged. Replace current. Okay, so it converted into a number. Can you see now? So check all the data type is correct or not. Okay, and these are the steps you have to follow. These are the steps you have to follow. Ship date. Okay, date should be a date. So once you are done with the renaming the sheet, transforming your data, so this is the transformation. Okay, so I have just talked about the basic steps today. We are going to talk about the transformation step, more steps in our next class. Okay, so and the extraction in our next class. Okay, so we are done with the extraction part, we are done with the transformation part. Now click on close and apply. Once you will click on close and apply, it will load the data. So if you see the report window, under fields you don't have any data over here. Okay, under fields you don't have any data over here, right? So once I will load the data from here, it will automatically load the data into the report window. Okay, so I click on close and apply. Close and apply means apply all the changes we have done in the Power Query editor window and load the data into the report window. So now it is loading the data into the report window and you will able to see the fields over here, the table name and the attribute. Attribute mean the columns or the fields. Give me a just change this to sales data and click on close and apply. See, now it is loading to this data to the model, which is the report window, and you will able to see the sales data as table and all the attributes over here. So we have talked about the query window. Now we are going to talk about the report window. Again, this is the ribbon. These are the visualization. I talked about the building blocks, right? This is the fields. Fields, under fields you will able to see the tables you have and all the fields you have. Okay, you can click and you can just minimize and maximize this table from here. Okay, and then we have a table option over here. Okay, so in this report you will create a report. In this white window you will create a report. This is your data set. Okay, I talked about one of the building blocks, data set tables, and this is the data model. So just because we have only one table for now, so we don't require any data model, right? For data model at least we require two tables, so we do have one table only. So we are going to talk about data modeling into our next class. Okay, so so we are done with the extraction part, we have done with the transformation part, we have done with the loading part. Now We have all these attributes. Now we are going to create a report, okay, using this visualization. So these are the visualizations, okay, and this is the format means, so for example, I don't have anything over here now. So this is the format if you want to format your page. So for example, if you want to include any wallpaper in the backend, you can do that. If you want to change the canvas color, for example, I want a gray color in the background, you can do that. See, it just changes to gray. If you want to just increase the transparency, you can do that. Okay, so you can do that from here. Okay, any question till now, guys, on ETL window? Then I'm going to create a basic report for you guys. Any question till now, guys, on the ETL window, on the Power Query Editor window? Very good, guys. Abhijit, you required an audio access. Give me a second. Tarun, meanwhile, if you can just type your question on a chat box. I'm just talking to Abhijit. Yeah, Abhijit.
हेलो सर, हम
Yeah, Abhijit.
फॉर एग्जांपल एक्सेल में अगर फॉर्मूले लगाए हुए रहेंगे उस शीट को, फॉर एग्जांपल शीट 1 को फॉर्मुलेशन या फिर इंटरलिंक रहेगा, तो वो अगर हम
वेल
कन्वर्ट
वेल
करते हैं,
वैल्यूज आ जाएंगी वो सिर्फ
हाँ वैल्यूज आएगा।
वैल्यूज आ जाएंगी.
ओके
ओके.
फाइन।
Sir, if Excel report format of data or having space in text or numbers, then it. Arjun, I'm going to talk about this transformation into our next class. Okay. Yeah, Tarun, tell me.
हाँ हेलो सर। सर आपने बोला कि ये पावर क्वेरी में हम अपना ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे थे डेटा को, तो सर जो सेकंड ऑप्शन था जो जिसमें एक तो हमारी विजुलाइज होगी रिपोर्ट और जो उसके नीचे थी टेबल वाला, तो उसमें और पावर क्वेरी में क्या डिफरेंस है सर?
See, on that option wherein you can see you will able to just see the data set over there. Under
Sir,
ETL, you will able to extract and you will able to transform your data. है ना? In report window, if you see my screen, in this tab, you will not able to do anything over here. Just you will able to view what data you have.
सर तो बेसिकली हम यहाँ पर अपने फॉर्मूला भी क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते हैं, मतलब अगर हमें कुछ
that I will talk about. This is this in upcoming class. I am going to talk about how you can create those formulas, and today I am going to talk about only 1 to 2 formulas only. Okay, how you can do that. I'm going to
okay sir. Okay, thank you sir.
Thank you, Karan. Okay, so Tarun cleared. Arjun sir, if the Excel report format data having space in text or numbers, then it will correction in yes, Arjun, it will correct. So how to do that? I will talk about this option in our next class, wherein we are going to talk about only on transformation. Okay. What if we don't break formulas? And if you don't break the formulas, it will automatically take the values of it, as I told. Okay, what is the connection between VB and Power BI? There is no connection between VB and Power BI, Amit. Okay. So VB is a totally different language. Okay. Any other question, guys? Any other question, guys? Or I should move forward? No, sir. No, sir. Okay. Okay. I am going to move forward now. Yeah, Saurabh, tell me. When we import data from Excel and change data in Excel, will same be updated in Power BI too? Yes, yes, it will. It will. You just need to refresh your Power BI report, Saurabh. That's it. So I will show you that as well today. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's start creating a Power BI report now. Okay, so you have this report window, you have the visualization, you have the fields. Okay, So just read what you want. Okay, using this, see, import sales data from Excel to Power BI, we have done. Okay, validate all the column data type is correct, we are done. Create two cards, one for total sales and one for total profit. Okay, so we have the sales. So this is the sales data. Okay, this is the sales data. So this data is loading. Okay, that is why we are not able to see that. Okay, okay, so you have, this is the sales data. So if I want to see what is my total sales, so what you will do, you will just drag the total sales over here. Just drag this total sales over here. Okay, what I have done, I have just dragged this total sales over here. When I drag the total sales over here, it by default created a column chart. Can you see the column chart, clustered column chart? It created a clustered column chart showing that this is the total sales, 14634,722 is the total sales. Okay, but I don't want to use the column cluster chart. I only want to use the card. So you can just change this visual to card, clicking on here. Sorry. Okay, or how you can do that, another option to do that, just click on card. You created a card over here, and a card is used to highlight your numbers. You can just highlight a single number over here. When I created a card, you can see a fields over here, fields. So you just need to drag the fields over here. I just drag the sales field over here. Okay, so there are two options to do that. You just drag the sales over here and convert this into card, or create a card and just drag the field over here. So you can do by any of the option you can opt. Okay, so I'm just deleting this. Once you have created the sales, that total sales is 14.63 million. Okay, so for example, if your manager asks what is the total sales, so you will able to tell him that this is the total sales, 14.63 million. It automatically sum up over here, right? Now I'm going to format this. Okay, so select this visual. Just like in Excel, you have an option to format your charts, tables, pivot, right? Herein also, you have the option to format your visuals. So you have to just format this visual now. To do that, I will click on format your visual now. Okay. So you have two options. One is the call out value and the category label. Call out value is this 14.63 million and category label is this sales. So do you want to modify the category label, or do you don't want to see this category label over here? I personally don't want to see this category label over here. So just click on off. Okay. You want to modify the call out value? Yes, I want to modify the call out value. I just want to minimize this number to font of this to 30. If you want to make this bit bold, if it is bold, I can just minimize this number more. The font of this color, if you want to change this to, just want to change this color to let's make this to blue. Display unit, you want auto means automatically it will just convert to million, thousand, billion, trillions. Or you want none means it will give you the exact number, but I want auto because I want this number to be converted by itself. Okay, decimal places, how much decimal places you want? I want 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place. Okay, so these are the options, format option, very easy to do that, and you need to explore by yourself. Okay, category label, I have just off this category label. I don't want this. Instead of category label, I want a title on the top. So this is for visual. This is the general formatting. General formatting you will find in every visual. Formatting in terms of the background color, the border color. See, I go to effects and see the background color. I want to change the background color to, for example, I want to change this to gray. Okay, and going outside in canvas background, I want to change background to white only. Okay, let's make the background color to white, the canvas background color to white. Okay, I'm changing this to the effects, the visual background color to gray, and want to make it bit light. Okay, and visual border, I want visual border as well. Just click on, and visual border I want dark gray. Okay, I just make it dark gray. Can you see that? and I want the title now to format. So can you see the title? I want a title and I want to type a title as sales. Okay. Or I want to title as total sales. Okay. I want to change the background of my title to dark blue and want to change the font of title to white, bit of white, and just to minimize it and just center line. So this is how you can modify your visuals. Okay. So this is what is called formatting of visual. Okay. Now I want to create another visual for total profit. So what you will do? You will drag the profit, you will convert the card, and then you can use the format painter and you can just format over here. Okay. Just use the select it, use the format painter and just format it. Or the another way to do that is copy this, paste this, just use arrow button to align this, and instead of total sales I want profit, so just drag profit over here and just change the title to, go to general, title to, instead of sales I want profit. Okay, so just select the visual and you will able to see the format option of that particular visual. So you have total sales, you have total profit. I want to calculate the profit percentage now. So you don't have profit percentage over here, so you need to write a formula now. So someone is asking how to write a formula over here. Okay, so to write a formula, profit need to be divided by total sales to calculate the profit percentage. So I am just copying this, I am just pasting this over here, and I am just aligning this over here, and I am just changing the title of this title to profit percentage. Okay, right click over here. Okay, telling this to you again, or you can click on new measure. New measure means you need to click, you are going to create a new formula, new measure. Okay, once you will click on new measure, you will able to see the formula bar over here. Just write what you want to calculate. I want to calculate profit percentage, and then type equal to. Okay, in Excel formulas, you type equal to and you write the formula. But in Power BI, just type what you are calculating and then write the formula. So you are calculating profit percentage equal to sum. In Excel, you pass the range. In Power BI, you pass the table with the attribute name or the field name, column name. So you want to divide the profit, sum profit, bracket close, divide by sum of what? Sales, bracket close. So profit, sum of sales, divide. Very simple formula, right? Click on this, select the visual, you have the profit percentage, drag the profit percentage over here. So total profit percentage is 0.11, but I need to convert this into percentage now. So let's select the profit percent from here, select the profit percent, click on percentage. How many decimal place you want? I want 1 decimal place. So 11.2% is the profit percent. Okay, any question? Any question till now, guys? Clear? Very simple, right? I will share that, though I will share all the files with you, Amit. No need to worry on that. Clear, guys? Okay. So I'm telling this formula again, guys. Okay. So just click on new measure, write profit percentage is equal to sum of what? Profit. So type profit, or you can just check on the list as well using arrow key. This is the profit, just press tab, bracket close, divide sum of sales, just use arrow key or type sales. I type sales, you will able to see the sales, bracket close and enter. Okay, so you will able to see the profit percentage over here. Okay, let's see what is the next step to do. I want to see the sales by region now, sales by region. Okay, but I want to use the tree map, sales by region. So we do have sales by region, sales. So we have the region over here, drag the region, drag the sales, So you have the region wise sales over here. Now this is the table, but I want a tree map. This is the tree map. Tree map means bigger the visual is, bigger the box is, the maximum the sales is. Okay, so you have this over here. So West has the maximum sales. You can just use the format painter to format this, but I can see category labels are hidden now and the data labels are hidden. So I want to see the data labels. Okay, but it is quite large. I want white color. I want only 10, or I don't want to see it bold. Okay, just format it. Okay, I want to see the category labels as well. See, you have the sales by region. So West has 3.51 million sales, followed by Ontario, which is 3.02 million. Copy this visual, Control C and Control V. Now see what we need to create next. So we need to see sales by product category. So you can just read this as well. You can see this as well. Sales by product category, pie chart. So sales by product category. So instead of region, I want product category. So you will just drag the product category over here. Remove the region from here. So you have category as product category and value as sales, and convert this into a pie chart. Can you see the pie chart? But if you see, we do have the data labels, but it is coming in white color. So I will just change the color of these data labels values to, instead of white, I want this. Okay, these are the legends you have. Okay, sales by product category. I will just again copy this and paste this over here, and I will just drag this to this. Okay, now I want to see product subcategory wise sales, but I want clustered column chart. So convert this into clustered column chart, and instead of category, I want subcategory. Okay, so subcategory, drag this, instead of category I want subcategory in x-axis. So you have subcategory over here. Remove the category from here. So you have all the subcategories, but I want only top 10. I want only top 10. So we have a filter option over here. Can you see the filter option over here? Filter on this page. Do you want to apply the filter on this page? No. Do you want to apply the filter on all the pages? We have only one page. No. But select this visual, filter on this visual, right? Do you want to apply the filter on this visual? Yes. Product subcategory? Yes, I want to. Top and, just like in Excel, you have an option to apply a filter. Top and, how many top subcategories you want? Top 10 I want. Okay, I am just telling this to you again how to do that. Go to product subcategory, select the visual, go to product subcategory, select top n. How many top n? Top 10. By what? By which value? By sales. Just drag the sales over here and apply filter. Okay, click on apply filter. You will able to see only top 10 subcategories, and you can just modify the title as well. Go to title. So you can say top 10 sales, top 10 product subcategory by sales. Okay. Sorry guys. So you have product category, you have 10 product subcategories. Now I want to see customer segment wise sales. Okay, so customer segment wise sales, Control C, Control V, just drag this, and you can just increase the size of this because I do have the space over here. Okay, so I want bar chart, but instead of category I want customer segment. So you have customer segment over here. Okay, remove the category. So you have segment over here. Minimize this, copy this. Now I want to see, so for example, I have the customers wise sales as well. Okay, so I want to see only top 10 customers. So I believe everybody understand that how to identify the top 10 customer. But instead of bar chart, I want the multi-row card. A card will represent only one value, multi-row card will represent multiple values. So you will able to see multiple values. I am just going to modify the title as well to top 10 customer, top 10 customers. Okay. So instead of customer segment, I want to see customer name by sales. I don't want to see sales everywhere, so you can just move the category label. I want to see top 10 customers, so you will go to customer name again. You will select top 10, so I am just dividing top 10 again. Top 10 you want, by sales I want, apply filter. So you got top 10 customers. Okay, so just minimizing this too. You can just drag this. Okay, I again copy this, I pasted this over here. I want now line and clustered column chart. Okay, line and clustered column chart. What do we mean by line and clustered column chart is this. Okay, but I want order date now instead of customer segment. Okay, so you have year wise data as well, 2009, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, now on the top I want to just write this is my first report, so I am using insert text box, just typing my first PBI report, Power BI report. Okay, just select this, Control A, change the color of this, make it bit bold, increase the size to 20, minimize it, and just place this on the top over. Okay, align this to center. So this is my first PBI report, and with this I want a filter of year. I want a filter of year. Okay, so if you see, I told you if you created an order date, it will automatically create a hierarchy for you. Just maximize it. Can you see the date hierarchy? Can you see the year? Just drag the year over here and convert this into a slicer, and I want a drop down over here. Okay, so this is your first Power BI report. This is the basic report we have created. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the feature first, and then I will come back to you guys to understand. Do you have any question on this? Okay, so as I told you, Excel reports are not much interactive. Power BI reports are very interactive. So how to navigate between these visuals? Okay, so for example, Tarun is a regional manager. Okay, Tarun is a regional manager, and he want to see, or he asked me a question, Rohit, can you just tell me what is the total sales, total profit and profit percentage for West? What are the top 10 subcategories for West? Can you just tell me the contribution of product category only for West, and how much corporate is contributing in West? Okay, only for West he want to see all the numbers. If I ask you to do the same thing in Excel, you will apply a filter into all your formulas, or you will use sum function into all your formulas, and you will do that. It will take a hell lot of time to do that, right? But herein, you don't need to do anything, right? You just need to click on West, and it will automatically give you all the numbers of West only. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. Did I write a formula? Did I apply any filter? No. Power BI visuals are interactive. All the visuals interact to each other. If you will click on any visual, automatically the data will filter out as per your click. So you can see 3.5 million, 51 million, 3.51 million is the total sales. 9.6% is the total profit for West, right? And you can see product category technology contribute to the most, which is 10.75%, followed by 1.17 million is your furniture and then office supplies. Corporate contribute to the most, followed by home office. These are the top 10 customers for West. If you see the trend over here, 2009 we have a very good number, but in 2010 the sales declined. 2011 the sales declined. We have bit of improvement in 2012, right? So this is how you can read those numbers, right? And if someone asks you, can you just tell me the quarter wise sales for 2012, quarter wise sales for 2010 for West? So what you will do, you will select an year from here, 2012, and you can see 2012 only over here. Go to next level in the hierarchy. So this visual has the feature to go to next level in the hierarchy. So you will able to see the quarter wise number. You will able, just click over here. You will able to see the month wise number. You will able to see the daily number as well. But this daily number will not give you the right values. Why? Because in January also you have 1 to 31. February will have 1 to 28. So not get into the daily numbers. You can view till monthly numbers, right? See, if I click on 2009, so for example, Tarun take care of West region. He want to see, and for 2009, what are my quarterly numbers, what are my monthly numbers, right? On a single click, he can view his numbers, right? And let's take another example now. I will click on West. I'm a category manager. Okay, I take care of only one category, visit technology. I clicked on technology. On a single click, you will able to see those numbers. Can you see? Okay, so once you are done with your Power BI report, you have created your report, then you will publish your report. Okay, so what I will do, or what you, or this is the Power BI desktop view. Okay, if you want to create a mobile view out of that, how to do that? Let me show you that as well. So go to view and mobile layout. This is the desktop view. So for example, if someone will able to open this report into their desktop or laptop, this is how the report will look like. But I want to create a mobile layout as well. So just click on mobile layout. Okay, can you see the mobile layout over here? This is how your mobile look like. Just drag all the feature, just drag all the visuals over here. So my first visual is showing, this is my first PBI report. Okay, then I have the year wise slices. Totally depend upon you what visual you want first. So I want the heading first, then I want the year filter first, then I want my three visuals first, my total sales, my total profit, and my profit percentage. Okay, it automatically aligned this sales by region. I want, just drag this. Okay, I want sales by category, then just drag this. Now you are creating a mobile layout. I want top 10 subcategories. Just drag this. Maximize it. I want sales by customer segment. So you are creating a mobile layout. Just drag this over here. Top 10 customers I want. And after that, I want sales by year. Okay. So if someone will open the report into mobile, what he will do, he will just scroll and see this report. And if you want to go back, you can click over here and go back. So you're done with creating a basic report in Power BI, and in future, in other sessions, we are going to move something in advance. Okay, so we are going to focus first on extraction, transformation, loading, data modeling, DEX expression. Then we are going to complete one more project. So once you are done with the Power BI report, you have created a report, you will then publish your report. To publish that report, you will be required a Power BI license. So I do have that license. I will click on publish, save that report. So Excel report, when you save the Excel report, those reports are saved as .xlsx. Power BI extension is .pbix. Okay, .pbix. So I just change this to Power BI online batch 10. Okay, save it. Okay, so I am just saving it to my workspace. Select. Now I will jump to Power BI service. Okay, so how to go to Power BI service? So let me show you that as well. Okay, post which I will come to you guys. So if you have any question, you can ask your question. Okay, so I am going to Power BI service now. Let me maximize my screen. Okay, so to go to Power BI service, just click on app.powerbi.com. Okay, just click on my workspace. This is how Power BI my workspace look like. Okay, and where is your report? Online batch 10. Okay, this is your report, project 1 online 10 batch. This is how your report will look like in Power BI service. If you want to maximize it, you can maximize it. Okay, full screen, make it full screen. Okay, and now you want to navigate between your report. Okay, on a single click you can see those. Okay, so this is the Power BI service, and in upcoming classes we are going to complete many of the project, guys. So if you see this project we are going to complete in next in upcoming classes. Okay, these kind of dashboard. So the dashboard which we have learned today is very basic, but yes, we are going to cover some advanced dashboards as well into our upcoming classes. Okay, if you have any question, you can now ask your questions now.